Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video ranking the caves. So today we're going to be ranking the Lava Cave, and aka the Lava Cave from the Ragnarok. So we're doing another Ragnarok Cave, and of course next time we're doing another Ragnarok Cave. Okay, I know the Ragnarok Caves are getting old, but don't worry. Okay, first of all, Ragnarok is like the most interesting caves. We have Life's Labyrinth, the Ice Cave, the Lava Cave. We have to get those out of the way before we get to the other caves. So today we have the Lava Cave. So the Lava Cave is the Rock Golem Cave, or the Lava Golem Cave, sorry. And I actually beat it, but it took me a couple of tries. I had a close application a lot, but after that I did beat it. We're going to be showcasing both how to beat the Lava Golem, or how I beat the Lava Golem, and how I did the cave. So at the beginning of every one of these artifact rankings, I'm always going to do a checklist. I'm always going to say you're going to need this or that, or what I would use if I were you. So you definitely need grapple hooks unless you're doing Lava Golem. If you're doing Lava Golem, then yes, you need them. But if you're just doing a cave, you don't need it. But I highly recommend grappling hooks. You need those, or climbing picks, but grappling hooks are just more convenient because you can actually use them on like Life's Labyrinth. Bring some med brews as well. I would recommend a good shotgun. Anything above Journeyman will do the trick. Bug repellent, you could use those. In my case, I would have definitely used them, but obviously I'm a dumb. That's pretty much everything you're really gonna need. I forgot to mention, on the checklist you're also gonna need a pickaxe. Now for the Lava Golem, you want all of that. Also, grapple hook is also needed. Turns into a needed instead of you want. You're gonna need either a rock golem or a Volanosaur. It depends what strategy you're gonna use. If you're using Volanosaur, there is this strategy where you camp on top of these crystals in the Lava Golem arena, and you just shoot it, and it's really easy. It's a really easy one. Same thing for rock golem. I would recommend 25k health, or like melee with like 600 or more. I tamed a level 150, so it was not that bad, but if you're taming like a 100, it's going to be a little harder to do because getting the levels is kind of hard for a rock golem, if I'm going to be honest with you. But they do take health reduction from them still, so that's great, and they do just a lot more damage, at least from my perspective. They get like taking 50 damage a shot, which is actually just wild. But for the lava, like the fire rock it throws at you, the lava golem, your rock golem, it's really a mystery. So definitely use a Volanosaur or a rock golem if you're using a Volanosaur. So if you're on a cluster, definitely use a Volanosaur. If you're not on a cluster, then use a rock golem by all means. Or you could do a barefoot, just bring an RPG, I guess. But that's pretty much it. That's all you're gonna need, really. So let's start with the first part of the cave, which is like the pressure plate part of the cave. You're gonna see some pressure plates. This is what I did, is I just crouched, and then I turned my flashlight on, I believe, and I just looked at them. It's not that bad. Or you could jump over them and be a savage. There's gonna be this little cliff here, just grab a hook over that, and then after that there's gonna be this little cliff, and there's gonna be this other cliff as well. Like, it's another cliff separated. It's like a little ravine, I guess you could say, a little drop down. You could either drop down or, use your grapple hook. I would drop down, it's not that bad. Okay, there's gonna be two paths after this. There's one with like these webbed bodies, and there's another one with like just not webbed bodies. Go to the webbed bodies, and then there's gonna be this room. Now this room is a little harder than the last one with pressure plates, because they really are hidden. The pressure plates really are hidden. So you want to I just grabbed out my shotgun flashlight, and I looked very closely. I very much crouched, crawled on the floor, because it is very hard to see them. Just make sure you don't get hit by them. Even if you do get hit by them, it shouldn't be that bad. After that, you want to go over to the parkour part. So this is the part where I'm telling you, do you want a crossbow with a grapple hook, or do you want to do this barefoot without a crossbow with a grapple? If you do this without a crossbow and a grapple, first of all, props to you, because this is just out of this world. I mean, look at that. That is horrible. If you actually, I tried doing it and it is horrible. Don't even try doing it. I would recommend using grapple hooks, because it is just not. It's not something you want to go through. Use your grapple hook if you do have one, and then you can proceed. And then I got some loot drops here. but facing the front of the loot drop, you could see or possible loot crate. On the right, there's a bridge that leads to another pillar. Now, if you jump across the pillar, you will see like a little cliff. And you could go up the cliff, and then after that, there's like this lava flow structure. Jump over the lava flow, and this is the part where it is guaranteed that there is going to be some bugs and stuff like that. Now, you have two options. You can use bug repellent, or you don't use bug repellent. I didn't use bug repellent, because bug repellent sucks. I mean, it does, but I don't know. I don't know, okay? It's not that infested with bugs. It's not like artifact-ly immune bugs. So I just killed the bugs out, I took them out, and then we got the artifact, and now this is the part where you're split. Do you want to fight the lava golem or do you not? Most of the time it's a no, but if you really want to do it, here's what you're going to do. After you take the hunter, you're going to go up to the crystals. Or, sorry, if you're doing the cave part, retreat out of there with a grapple hook, or you could just do the parkour, but don't do that, fuck that. Get out of there, and then just, yeah, I'll tell you more later. But if you're doing the lava golem, there are these sets of crystals on the top. If you grapple up to these crystals, you need to get out a pickaxe. But you have to grab a pickaxe, and you're gonna have to mine through these crystals. Now, it reveals a secret passageway, and if you crawl, you'll reveal more of this. If you go through the passageway, you will see the lava golem arena. If you go anywhere further into here, you are locked in and you have to fight it, okay? There's gonna be the secret border, and I know this because a former friend of mine actually went in there and got trapped, and we had to do some bullshit to get out of there. After this, you can either A, climb up on the crystals and camp on a Volanosaur, or take out your rock golem and fight it by yourself. After you do this process, it may take a while, but after you do it, once it's killed, there are gonna be these red drops that spawn in, take the loot, and then after that, you can grapple up. Now, what I want you guys to know is that don't grapple on the big structure in the middle of the arena. That is not grappleable. You have to climb up, you have to grapple on the ceiling, pretty much. So that's what I did, and then I went down, and then I grabbed the lava golem loot. There's a lot of good loot in there. I really recommend getting that and keeping it. After you get out of there, it's going to be a little hard. I used a strategy. You don't have to use a strategy, really, but I did. And then after that, it's pretty much it. That's the entire cave, really. Now, there may be a couple more bugs, and for me, there was a lot of bugs. Like, a lot more bugs. Like bats, arthros, spiders, palm scorpions. It was horrible. I nearly died, actually. There's not supposed to be that much bugs. There's only going to be a couple bugs. Just for me, there was a lot. That's pretty much the cave all wrapped up. Now, I'm going to rate every cave at the end of every artifact rating. So what do I rate this cave? This cave is a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, but if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I would rate this cave a A-. The cave is really good. I really do like this cave. There is a problem though. The cave is really weird because it's like the cave is really weird because there's a lot of bugs and they can be dangerous, and you don't know how many bugs there can be. There can only be a couple bugs. There could be a lot of bugs. It does not matter. It's really hard if you have a lot of bugs like I did. And you're gonna need a lot of ammo, and I ran out of ammo, so I had to use my RPG that I grabbed just in case for the lava golem if my rock golem died. Luckily it didn't, but yeah, I got out there safe and sound, but a lot of my armor did break in the process, but that's the problem with it. Do I recommend Ice Cave? By all means, I do recommend the Ice Cave. Okay, I wouldn't like. The Ice Cave is better, not just because it's just so much easier, but the fact that it's in the same map as this is actually just crazy. Why would you want to go in this cave? Aside from the fact that the lava golem has loot, like, in it, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Because the Alpha Death Worm is just so much easier. The Ice Worm Coin, sorry, is so much easier. But I will admit the Ice Worm males are a lot harder. But, like, you can just bring a Thyla in there and just kill him. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I would highly recommend that instead. Or you could just not go to the cave and just grab the loot outside of the cave itself, because there is loot outside the cave. You can just grab the loot and get the hell out of here. So, It's really not that bad at all, so I'd recommend just the Ice Golem Cave. It's just a much more valid option. A minus on the Lava Golem Cave, that's gonna be it. So that's the Lava Golem Cave. I really do think it could have been better if it wasn't in the same map as the Ice Golem Cave, because that is just out of this world. The fact that it's in the same map, why would you even want to do that? Anyways, that's the beginning of the series. It's not doing the best. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. The artifact, the Hunter, is the first of many artifacts you have to get. I think it's like 10 artifacts you have to get. But 11 if you want, but the Brute is optional. It doesn't actually count as the artifact. That's gonna be it for now, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.